Hey YouTube, so today we're going to be talking about how to activate your Windows license. Now I've noticed there are a lot of problems with that on the internet, so I wanted to make this movie just to point out once and for all how to do this correctly. Now this movie will work for Windows 10, Windows 8 or Windows 7, and there are two different scenarios on how to activate your Windows. Now you may be having a private Windows license, which is if you have your own home computer and you want to activate that one, or you may have a company computer which uses normally a different system on how to activate your Windows. So we're going to talk about both, and here is what you will be needing for each one of them. Now for your private license, all you will need is your product key, which you can find on your Windows box that you bought, and you will need a working internet connection. Now for your company license, you will need three things, which is one, the product key, two, the IP address to the Windows activation server of your company, and three, of course, also a working internet connection within your company. Now the method that I'm going to be showing you will be very fast and easy to do. But first of all, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do so, because my channel is not very old yet. I've just started this about 2 weeks ago and I'm still trying to get some extra views and some extra subscribers. So I would appreciate it a lot if you would hit the subscribe button. Now let's get into it, and let's start off with your private computer license. So you can start off by hitting the start button on the left bottom corner and type here CMD. Now we want to click the command prompt with our right mouse button, and we're going to click here run as administrator. This is very important. If you don't run as an administrator, it's not going to work for you. So go ahead and do that. And the first thing we want to do now is make sure that our Windows is temporarily activated again. Why are we doing this? Because if your Windows is expired, a lot of functions and features within Windows will not work properly again, and this may actually cause some problems in activating your Windows. So first of all, I want you to type this command, slmgr.vbs space /rearm. Now I want you to enter after doing this, and this will make sure that your Windows is activated again for another 30 days with full features and full functions, meaning that you can fully use your Windows for 30 days again. You can repeat this command 3 times, so after 30 days you can do this again and then again. So your Windows can actually work without any license for about 120 days, fully with all the features and all the updates included. So go ahead and press enter here, and it will ask you to reboot your computer. So you can go ahead and do that, and afterwards you can come back to the movie. Now once you've rebooted, I want you to go again to the start button on the left bottom corner and type here CMD, and again, very important, run as administrator. Now what we need to do now is enter the product key of our Windows, so make sure you get it and let's give it into the system. So the command is almost the same, it's slmgr.vbs, but this time we're going to hit space / and we're going to type here IPK space, and then I want you to type your whole product key and make sure you don't make any errors. I'm just gonna put it like this. Of course, don't copy this exactly, but just put your product key there. You don't need those quotes at the beginning. Just type it exactly as it's displayed on the box of your Windows that you purchased. So once you've done that, you can hit the enter key there, and that means you've entered your product key again into the system. Now once you've done that, we just need to give in the command to actually activate the Windows on that product key. So make sure you have a working internet connection, which should be the case, otherwise you cannot watch this movie. So you're gonna type slmgr.vbs space /ATO. Now this is a general command to just activate your Windows. So if you press enter here, Windows will try to activate with the product key that you've just entered in the step before. So that's about it for the private license. It's actually very easy to do. If you're still experiencing some problems, you can try to go ahead and type this command, slmgr.vbs space /DLI, and enter. Now this command will display for you your current license information. So it will tell you how many days you have until your license expires. It will tell you what is your product key and stuff like that. So you can go ahead and compare there if you maybe missed a number or something like that. So that can help you also. It's a very powerful tool. And that's basically all you need to do to activate your Windows again if you have a private license. So let's move on to what happens if you have a company laptop. So if you have a company laptop, the system is a little bit different. As I told you in the beginning, you'll need 3 things. One of them will be your product key. Another one will be the IP address of your company's license server. So let me explain that to you. Normally companies have their own license activation server, which means that you won't be connecting to Microsoft itself to activate your Windows, but you'll be connecting to an internal server in your company and you'll be activating your license there. So what you'll need for that is the IP address, which is basically the network address of that server within your company. And that should look a little bit like this. 10 point something point something point something. That's usually the internal IP addresses. It can be other numbers, but it will be basically 4 numbers and they will be separated by a dot. So you're gonna need that number if you want to activate your company laptop. So make sure to ask your ICT support for that number and they'll be able to give it to you normally. And the second thing you'll need is your product key, of course, just like in the first step, because the product key is always essential to activate your Windows. So that one you'll probably also have to ask your ICT support service. And the third thing you'll be needing is you'll actually have to be connected to your company network. So the chances are pretty big that you have to be inside your company, unless you have a VPN connection or something, but that's a different story. So make sure you have all those 3 checkboxes checked. You have your IP address for the server, you have your product key, and you're connected to your company network. Now we're gonna start off the same as we did in the first step with the private license. So what we're gonna do is hit the start button on the left bottom corner and type here CMD. And we're gonna right click this and run as an administrator. Now, just like in the first step, first of all, we need to rearm our Windows and make sure that all the features are working again before we can actually go ahead and activate it. So the same command as in the beginning, slmgr.vbs /rearm. You can press enter after that and it's going to ask you to restart your computer, so you can go ahead and do that and then come back to the movie. Now, once you reboot it, I want you to go back into your CMD by pressing start, typing CMD, right-clicking and clicking here Run as Administrator. Now, first of all, we're gonna start off by putting the IP address to your Windows activation server into the system. Now, this will be your local activation server, as I said before. So by now you should have the IP address to that server, and we're gonna enter it into the system like this: slmgr.vbs /skms space. And here I want you to type the IP address that you got from your ICT support service. So it's gonna look probably something like this or something similar. And then you can go ahead and press enter and you'll get the notification that your IP address has successfully been put into your system. Now the next thing will be putting the product key into the system, and we're gonna do that by typing slmgr.vbs /ipk space. And then you can go ahead and type your product key right there. And once you've done that, you can just hit the enter and this will put the product key back into your system. So we have our server configured, we have our product key configured. Now all we need to do is make sure that we're connected to the network of the company. And then we're gonna just give in the command that we always use to activate slmgr.vbs /ato. Now this again should activate your Windows properly and you should be good to go again. Now if this doesn't work, just like before, you can use this little command here to go and see what's wrong. Just put DLI behind it and you're gonna get all the detailed information of your current license, where you can see the product key, you can see the expiry date, and everything that you need to troubleshoot your problem further. But in general, these are the commands that you will need to activate your Windows again. And that's it. That's how easy it is to actually activate your Windows again. So guys, if this helped you, you can support me by giving me a like and a subscribe on my channel. I'm gonna be posting a lot more videos on here on how to help you guys out with your problems. I also have a great movie on how to improve your Windows 10 speed drastically, or on how to boost your Chrome surfing speed by a lot, and how to solve any problem that you may be having in there. And a lot more videos with nice tips and tricks for your computer. So guys, have a great day and I will see you in the next video.